What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you had a great day today so far. Hope you all had a great weekend. Um, Getting into this episode of GH. Why am I not fucking surprised? Is anybody surprised? Keep it 100. Is anybody surprised? Peter is back. Is anybody shocked? We knew that man wasn't dead. I knew the moment he fell and they hid that body, I had a feeling his ass was not dead. I said, why do writers do this? I just want to know. They made Elizabeth and Finn look like incompetent fools. Two of them are highly intelligent medical professionals, and they can't tell when somebody dead. Like all they did was check a pulse. There's no pulse, so he's dead. Was his body cold? If his body ain't cold, he ain't dead. I was like, y'all really thought that shit? Like, really? Y'all are two smart medical people. A doctor and a surgical nurse, and y'all don't know when somebody dead or alive. My goodness. Um, I knew they was gonna bring Peter ass back. At this point, Maxie need to be the one to kill him. Maxie needs to go wait into exhale on his ass. Like she need to do worse than that. She need to go misery. She need to be Kathy Bates. I'm just saying she need to tie his ass up, put a log in between his legs. Like she really need to do some damage on that man. Like she really do. I just need Maxie to lose her mind one time. That's all it takes. I need to see her snap on him. Just chop his ass up and just boom, boom, boom in little itty bitty pieces. Like you need to get rid of him, Maxie. You need to do it. You need to do it. That man stalking you. He running around watching your every move and shit. I was like, yeah, Peter got to get his. He got to get his. Um, Maxie was sitting there talking about staying in Nixon Falls for a while and stuff like that with Nina, until she could figure out when to go back to Port Charles or whatever. Nina said, hell no. Because Nina got that text from Sonny saying he on his way. She said, oh yeah, you got to go. Because Maxie wanted to meet Mike, her new dude, and Nina said, She said, nah, you can't meet him, sister. She was like, you can't meet him. She said, nah, you got to, she's sitting there giving her this whole pep talk, this whole speech. You can't run away from your problems. You can't hide out here. You can't. I'm like, Nina, cut the bullshit. The jig is up. You got caught. You might as well just tell her. She done told you a major secret about her. You might as well tell her your secret. Yeah, might as well. Because you, one way or another, this shit is about to end. Your charade is up, Nina. You are going down like the Titanic. You are going down. You really are. Speaking of the Titanic, I never understood why that damn movie was so long. We all knew what the damn subplot was. Just bring on the water. We knew what was going to happen. That movie ain't need to be that long. I'm just saying. I watched a whole hour and a half of that movie and turned it off and went to Google and read the synopsis of it. Because I said, I'm not about to watch this. I'm not about to watch this little 10-hour movie. My life is not that long. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on now. That's hours I can't get back. We need to come on. But yeah, Nina was doing everything in her power to get Maxie to go back home. Maxie was like, all right, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go back home. I said, you played right into that hand. And now she got crazy ass Peter running around following her and shit. I'm like, oh Lord. And we all know Peter probably gonna pop up on Sunny because I don't think he gonna leave. He gonna pop up. So anyway, moving on from that. So Jordan and Martin showed up to Laura's house telling her Cyrus ass done put out a contract on them. He done put out a hit on Martin and Laura. I say, you got to be kidding me. This man dead ass is trying to kill his siblings. I say, you got to be, you a different kind of ruthless to do some shit like that. You are different. Like, really? You gonna kill your siblings? But Cyrus did warn Laura, like, plenty of times. He warned her. He was like, at some point, you gonna have to choose a side. And if you ain't on my side, then we got a problem. You were my enemy, basically. And he holding true to that word. Cyrus is definitely holding true to his threats because Laura was definitely not on his side. She didn't choose his side, neither did Martin. So he holding true. He's keeping his word that they are his enemies now. So now this fool done put out a contract, and the FBI got to put them under witness protection, protective custody until they could figure this shit out or whatever and get it cleared up. I said, damn, he that cutthroat? I mean, we all knew Cyrus was ruthless, but I was like, damn, that man ain't got a soul nowhere. Lord have mercy. He ain't got nothing in his body but cold. So now they got to go into protective custody. And, of course, Kevin being the good husband he is, he was like, I want to go with you. But Laura said, nah, I need you to stay behind and watch over Spencer and keep an eye on him in this Nicholas situation while I'm gone. I was like, that's some crazy shit. And I was sad to see them share that goodbye. I really was. When her and Kevin shared that goodbye, I was sad to see it. Because I really, my dream was to see more of Laura and Kevin. Because they're the older generation, they're older love couple. I want to see more of them, like having fun, being married, every time you see them, they're always like dealing with some crisis or something. And I hate that. I'm like, damn, this is supposed to be love in the afternoon. Let me see some more loving, damn it. So anyway, Olivia. I don't understand Olivia. Like, a lot about her just screams hypocritical because she was all up in arms about Lulu moving on when Lulu was dating Dustin and stuff, talking about, oh, how could you do this to Dante? And, trying to guilt her and stuff like that. But you have no issue with Dante moving on from Lulu. Asking him, oh, how are you and Sam doing? Oh, you should be moving on. You should be having fun and stuff like that. Olivia, you starting to piss me off now. You really are. Like, that's trifling. Like, Lulu was always good to Olivia. She was good to Dante and stuff. She was a good wife to him. I mean, yeah, they had they arguments and their marital issues, but she was still good to him. And the way that Olivia would come at Lulu was so it was wrong, but you're not keeping that same energy with your son. And my thing was, Lulu back then had every right to move on. You know what I'm saying? Dante didn't know when he was coming home. She didn't know when he was coming home. He's the one who wanted the divorce. She was willing to wait. She did nothing wrong. And in my opinion, Dante's not doing anything wrong now either because him and Lulu are divorced. And, ain't no telling when she gonna get out that coma. And according to Laura, things are not looking good. So, I just don't like the fact that Olivia is encouraging Dante to move on, but you weren't showing Lulu that same compassion. You know what I mean? And I think that's a little trifling. So Leo done cut his finger or whatever. So of course Olivia was all in a panic and uproar about that and getting him to the hospital. Anyway, Sam is determined to figure this whole Drew situation out. Like, she is determined. She wants to look at the WSB files and stuff and see all the documentation about Drew's crash and, to see if there's something that they may have missed or overlooked. So, of course, she's asking for Dante's help, Anna's help, Valentine, basically. She's asking for all of them collectively to, let her see the documents and get their help. I think they all should just partner up. You know what I'm saying? Because they should all band together. Well, as far as Drew is concerned, I think that Dante, Sam, and Anna should work together on this one. Because Valentine don't really give a fuck. Like, he don't really care about Drew. He wanted to look at the files to see if there was something in there about Peter that could help them find Peter. That's really the only reason he took an interest in looking at that case file. So I could definitely see Dante, Anna, and Sam teaming up to get Drew out. Because honestly, she's going to need backup. Sam is not, whoever's in charge and holding Drew hostage, it's going to take way more than just Sam to free him. You're going to need a whole fucking army with you. And what better than Dante and Anna? And hopefully Valentine, because Valentine is resourceful as well. And I'm pretty sure he can get a whole team too. So it's like, you're going to need an army to get this accomplished. Because you don't really know who you're dealing with or what you're dealing with. But I like this, though. I like the potential of rescuing Drew and all that and what this story can do. Because I think we're going to get some good action out of this. Hopefully. Hopefully we get some good action. That's what I'm hoping for. So I can't wait to see this. I don't really know what Valentine is hoping to find in that file that's going to help with Peter's whereabouts, because there's nothing in that file that's going to point you in Peter's direction to Nixon Falls. There's nothing there. And my thing is, if you know Peter's alive or you suspect that he's alive, then you should know that the clue to finding him is Maxie. Because y'all already know how obsessed he was with her. He's not just going to let her go. So wherever she goes, you should think like, okay, if he's alive, then that means he's not far behind her. You know what I'm saying? Maxie is your key, not whatever's in that WSB file. It's Maxie. That's who you should be putting your focus and your energy on. That's what I would do, honestly. So anyway, moving on from that, Willow and Michael were getting on my damn. They were just getting on my damn nerves. Like Michael acts like such a sap. Like he's still sitting there telling Willow, "Listen, I'm still willing to take a step back so you can be Chase's wife, and I'm willing to wait." Michael, sir, stop with the bullshit, sir. Life is not forever. You cannot put your life on hold. Y'all need to tell Chase now and nip this shit in the bud. Y'all should have told him this a long time ago. I'm just saying, like we've had enough. We've had enough. Nip it in the bud. Let's go. And I'm glad they finally decided, like, all right, we're gonna tell them together. I say good. Better late than never. You know, he already know, but you know, at least y'all figuring it out and y'all gonna tell him. Of course, BLQ was not happy with Chase. Um, she was pissed because his actions could cost her family, you know, and that's what she was mostly pissed off about because, you know, Chase wants to hurt Michael, basically. He wants to get revenge on Michael. And she was like, okay, but you getting revenge on Michael this way not only hurts Michael, it hurts the rest of the damn family. The family that was actually nice to him. And I do agree with her on that part. I do agree. Like, Monica did not have to let Chase live on her property. She didn't have to be gracious about that. And she's been more than accommodating and welcoming, and so is the rest of the family. So for him to screw them over like that would be fucked. But I can't blame Chase for being pissed off. It's like he gave them an opportunity to be honest with him. He kept putting out little innuendos, kept looking them right in the face. He was, you know, giving them a chance. I agree with him on that because one thing I can't stand is a motherfucker to stand in my face and lie directly in my face, especially when I know you're lying. And you're going to stand here and look me in my face and continue to lie? Oh, that would piss me off too. That would send me into overdrive. So I can't fault him for that. You know what I'm saying? But Chase needs to realize the part he played in this too, because you ain't innocent. You know, all that shit that he did with Sasha too led to this. It really did. I have to agree with that. It did because him and Sasha playing that. I understand they had good intentions for what they did, and that's where Chase is gonna have to understand too. Michael and Willow had good intentions as well. They weren't actively trying to hurt him or make a fool of him. That wasn't their goal. You know what I'm saying? But when him and Sasha did what they did, it brought Michael and Willow closer. So you have your own damn self to blame for that. You got to take stock in yourself and realize what you did. So, you know, I'm glad Chase and, you know, Michael and Willow are going to have this confrontation and hopefully they tell him. So anyway, Ned was looking like a fool when he went to go see Austin. He was looking like a damn fool because he sat there trying to offer Austin money. Talking about, oh, how much would it take for you to drop this whole thing or whatever. Austin knew what time it was when he made that offer because Ned was so confident that there's no documentation that would prove Edward was going to reinstate Jimmy Lee into the will. If you were so confident about that, if Ned was so confident and, you know, sure of himself and sure that there's no document, why would you go to him and offer him money? That makes you look weak. It makes you look desperate. You know what I'm saying? Makes it look like, yeah, you obviously don't believe the shit that's coming out your mouth. And that's why Austin was like, yeah, I don't want no money. I want what's fair. He wants stock in the company. What Ned should have done, instead of trying to buy him out or pay him off, what you should have done was convince him why, you know, convince him to vote Valentine out of the company and put the CEO chair back in Blood Quartermain hands. That's what you should have been trying to do instead of trying to buy him out. Because at some point, come hell or high water, if he gets his hands on those documents, ELQ, he's getting some ELQ stock. He's getting the stock. A judge is going to look at that and say, well, Edward had every intention of putting him in the will, so I'm going to, you know, that would be well within the judge's rights to do so. So Ned, I feel like he played this all wrong. He played it all wrong. He should have been trying to convince him, hey, let's get the CEO title back in Quartermain hands. That's what you should have did instead of trying to pay him off. That made you look stupid and cutthroat. And it made you, it's going to make Austin go against the family because it's going to make him feel like they don't want me a part of the family. So I'm going to handle things my way and be the black sheep of the family like Jimmy Lee was. You know what I'm saying? That's what you don't want. You got to play things smart. You got to think. Do the opposite of what Edward used to do, because this is shit Edward used to do. You don't want to play it that way because you saw how bad that turned out. You know what I'm saying? Like, play it smart. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought, and I will see y'all all later. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace.